The world is a chessboard, where kings move in silence. It's a card game where bluff trumps the hand you hold. And it's a casino where the impatient gamble while the house patiently wins. But on this board, the most important piece is also the most fragile. The king, if he hides too long behind walls of pawns, becomes trapped, suffocated by his own defenses. The fortress meant to protect him becomes the very thing that seals his fate. This is the essence of Law 11. Do not build a fortress to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. In the game of cards, a royal flush is the most powerful hand. But if you never play it, if you never lay the cards on the table, it's worthless. Power isn't gained by hiding. It's gained by engaging, by stepping into the open where risk is real but influence is possible. History proves this lesson again and again. Kings who cut themselves off from their people became prisoners in their own castles. The French monarchy hid in Versailles, blind to the hunger of Paris, until the revolution broke their walls. Dictators who isolate themselves behind security forces eventually lose touch with reality, and their downfall is inevitable. Even great empires collapsed, not because they lacked strength, but because they built fortresses of arrogance, shutting themselves off until enemies gathered at their gates. The truth is simple. Isolation is weakness disguised as strength. Walls protect the body, but they starve the mind. When you cut yourself off, you lose information, you lose connection, you lose awareness of the board itself. Look at modern power. Leaders who isolate themselves in offices, surrounded only by yes men, fail because they never hear the truth. Companies that wall themselves off from competition stagnate and die, while those that stay connected to the market thrive. Even in personal life, the person who hides from criticism, from challenge, from human connection, slowly weakens until they cannot stand the simplest test of resilience. This is why the king must step out from behind his walls. This is why the royal flush must be played. Power is not in the fortress. It's in the flow of information, in the pulse of the crowd, in the ability to adapt to what is real, not what you imagine behind closed doors. So how do you apply this law? First, never cut yourself off from information. The higher you rise, the more tempting it is to surround yourself only with comfort, but comfort blinds you. Second, keep yourself exposed to challenge. The fortress protects from enemies, but it also keeps out allies, mentors, and truth. Third, move among the board. The king survives not by hiding, but by moving strategically, staying close to allies and keeping every piece active around him. In the casino of life, the gambler who refuses to play never wins. The cards must be laid down, the risks must be taken because fortune only favors those who sit at the table. Isolation may feel safe, but it guarantees loss in the long run. Power belongs not to the fastest, but to the one who makes every move, every card, every roll serve a long-term design. Caesar crossed the Rubicon, not hiding behind Rome's walls, but boldly stepping into the open. Machiavelli taught rulers to bluff with virtue, engaging in the game of perception. Empires and corporations act like casinos, setting rules that ensure the house always wins. In our modern world, we see this law at play. Bezos plays the decades-long game, not hiding Amazon behind walls, but constantly expanding into new territories. Buffett compounds patiently, not isolating his investments, but staying connected to market realities. Tech platforms rig the odds while you think you're playing. Their power coming not from isolation, but from deep engagement with user behavior. In business, don't chase deals, set rules. In relationships, don't show your whole hand. Let patience build influence. In reputation, don't defend against attacks. Let others argue while you remain the house. The king looks slow. The weak hand looks doomed. The gambler trusts luck. But power isn't speed or chance. It's control of the frame. The king shapes the end game, the card player belief, the casino the rules. Law 11. Do not build a fortress to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. So ask yourself, are you hiding behind walls, mistaking silence for safety? Or are you stepping into the open, risking the game but commanding the board? Comment below.